Hello everyone, it is Doris here, otherwise known as Knitty Nina, and welcome to another episode of the Knitty Nina Diaries. Very happy to be back here with all of you in what is the day before Thanksgiving here in the United States. I figured to squeeze in one more episode here in November, really to capture what I saw in terms of the leaves finally turning here. And I was able to go to a national park, and it was beautiful. So I know a lot of folks out there are already Christmas decorating. And my tradition is usually to start decorating after Thanksgiving. So again, I wanted to squeeze in an episode to still capture the magic of fall, which I totally love. I've got some candles burning. That cinnamon apple smell is my favorite. So tell me all, how are you? I have missed you. Hope you're all doing well and have something amazing on your needles or your hook or in your sewing machine, embroidery, whatever that may be. Go ahead and grab that project, get yourself your favorite beverage, and let's start, because I have lots to show you. So let's talk about this. What I'm finally finished is the Port Sweater by Ozetta. I finally finished it. I'll show you once again the yarn. I talk a lot about this yarn in another episode, so I'll make sure to link that down below. So again, just a quick overview of the yarn. We talked a lot about this in the past episode, so make sure you check that out. But it is Tintagel Farm, their Frank yarn, which is the name of the sheep. Beautiful, beautiful sheep. He produced some serious beautiful yarn. And this is a 70% alpaca, 30% merino. This is the color. I don't think it had an actual color. Yes, it did actually. Color is Glacier. And what a beautiful color. We talked a lot about this. I still have plenty of yarn left. So that is great. Forgive me, as another dropped. And then I did, this is the Kid Silk Seda. So I doubled it with that. And I finally finished it. The actual pattern calls for a US 9, US 8, but I actually brought my needles down to a US 8, US 7. I did a US 7 for the sleeves here, the cuff, the neck, and the rim. And I can show that to you in a moment. But one of the biggest challenges, as you recall from my last episode, is that the arms were turning out to be way too big. Here I had just too much fabric, so I went down maybe a couple of sizes down in the pattern for the sleeves, and then I did major decreasing. So I think it turned out really cute. Let me show it to you. And here's the hem, and I was going to do a tubular bind off, but with actually, and I kind of misnamed this yarn. This is actually the Tin Silk Mohair by Sandnes Garn. I was just having a lot of challenges with that in terms of doing the tubular bind off. So I went ahead, I did a knit 1 purl 2 bind off, and it turned rather nice. And then this is the sleeve. As you can see, it doesn't have as much fabric as I thought it would. Look at those decreases. I think just that turned out really pretty. And then I didn't fold it, but you can actually turn around and just fold the neck like that if I wanted to. And I think that would look nice as well. I kind of like it up. And then look at those decreases here in the back, the short row shaping for the back. So here's some more of the detail from the back. but I totally love it. I think it turned out really nice. I love the color. I love the detail. Again, if you remember, I was a little bit unsure if this was going to work out for me, but I pedaled through, and I am happy to report that I'm really loving it. It's really warm. I'll leave it on as much as I can. But I'm truly enjoying this, particularly the color. It's super soft. You can see kind of the fuzziness of it. I don't know if you can see the little halo, but I really enjoyed knitting this. So let's talk about my next finished object. And again, it's all fall themed. Let me put this on my sock blockers. It is another pair of socks, and I can't wait to show this to you because I truly love this yarn. Big fan of this company. Her colorways are amazing, and you might know her. The owner is Michelle from Woolens and Nosh. And just look at those colors. Just look at those colors. Isn't that beautiful? I just think it's gorgeous. The colorway is Percolated by Woolens and Nosh. I have her labeled right here. Let me show you that label. Woolens and Nosh, and the colorway is, let's see if that focuses, Percolated. Percolated. And it just has all these amazing vibes of fall. I mean, look at that blue with chocolate, that burgundy, that yellow. Again, just absolutely gorgeous. So I'll be wearing these tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day with my port sweater and some boots. I did these on a size US 2. What I did is I casted on 64 stitches, but I really like to customize a lot my socks, so I did them from the cuff, worked it from cuff down to the toe, and I like them very long, as you know. This is around 7 inches up to the heel. And what I do is I like them snugged around here because I know they stretch out a little bit, but a little wider for my calf. So what I did is I decreased, I have it here in my notes, I decreased 8 stitches in my calf here. I don't know if you can see the decreases right here and right here, and then right here and right here. So I did a total of 8 decreases, 4 in one row, and then knitted one row, and then did an additional 4. That brought me down to 56 stitches, and then I kept going up to the heel. I did a shadow wrap heel, and you've from the amazing Earth Tones girl, her tutorial. I knit these in magic loop, and I love this because it just turned out so perfect. That heel, double chocolate kind of fudge. It is, I'm in love with them. I can't say enough about this colorway. And you know, again, Michelle from Woolens and Nosh has some of the most beautiful colorways. You've seen me kind of showcase a lot of her yarn here before. But I am just so excited, and I cannot wait to wear these for Thanksgiving tomorrow. So again, Percolated is the colorway, and those are done. So the next project I wanted to kind of cover, and it's actually I started this project hoping to wear it tomorrow for Thanksgiving. You know what? I'm not able to finish it, but maybe I can wear it on Sunday if I do some serious knitting tomorrow, maybe even Friday. But I decided to do a Fair Isle sweater for Thanksgiving, and I talked a little bit about this on my last episode. I was thinking of casting on something Fair Isle. And if you all recall, I've talked a lot about the pattern called Riddari. I call it Riddari, but I've heard the right pronunciation, I believe, is Riddari. And this is a pattern that I had done in the past. You've heard me talk about the case of the missing Riddari, because I made one. I think I have a picture that I'll pop in here of the one that I was working on. I actually did finish it. It was in green. I did it in Plotulopi, and it turned out really pretty, but for the life of me, I cannot find it. That's a couple, maybe 4 years ago. I think I left it either on a friend's house. I don't know where it is, but not to be found, not to be seen. So I decided to cast on again, and you can see I had all my notes already from my previous changes when I did it that last time. But I didn't have enough of the colors that I would like for fall in Plotulopi, but what I did find is, I just had it here. Here it is. I decided to try Plotulopi, which I had lots of. And I believe they don't call these cakes, they call them plates. So this is Plotulopi. And this is just a fascinating, it's not spun, Icelandic wool. Let me show you that colorway. I don't know if you can see it. It's blowing up a lot, but it has a lot of kind of chocolate with an orange undertone. But as you can see, because it's not spun, when you knit with it, it just, oh, there it goes. Look at it. When you knit and like I turn the thing, it just breaks so easily. And I was trying to do a swatch and I was really getting frustrated. I was like, how does this work? How does anybody knit with this? I mean, the yarn has great reviews. People love it. But I couldn't find myself finding the way to make this work. So what I did, and forgive me, I'm looking, oh, that's it. I left it over there. So give me 1 second. So as you can see, it's just because it's not spun, you could easily, I don't know if you can see that, see how it just breaks apart. So one strand wasn't going to work. So I decided to wind each of these plates double. So one from the inside, grab one of the strings from the inside and one from the outside, and do it very gingerly. I couldn't do it on a Swift, so I did it by hand to get, for example, a ball like this that carries 2. Now the beauty, again, if this breaks, if this yarn breaks, let me show you, give you an example. I'm tearing 2 pieces here. You can do split splicing. I don't think this is no, this is not a Russian join. You just get some water, and I'm not going to make you see me lick my hand, but I just licked my hand with a little bit of water, or saliva in this case, but just really easily, and then you create this friction motion if the yarn breaks, and you're back to business. See, I just did a blue and the brown together, and that's it. So it's easily able to kind of fix it again if it breaks or it tears. And it's strong enough to do so with a little bit of spit splicing, if you will. So that's that. So let me show you what I decided to, the colors I've decided to do and what I've accomplished. I've done a lot. I'm telling you, I was on a roll because I really wanted to wear this. The main color of the body is navy. I'm in the middle of a row. Oopsie daisy. I don't want to lose that. But I can show you where I am. So, oh, I can't pull too hard here because it's going to break. So I've got it in my basket here. So here it is. It's in a navy blue. And then the bottom, as you can see, is in this beautiful orange with pops of green. So I did the body. I just start with bottom up with the blue. I put a little marker to indicate the front. I did the sleeves. So as you can see, and the sleeves were really custom made, and I'll give you an example shortly of the one I had to recreate again. But I just want to show you my up-to-date progress. Then I did the other sleeve. So that is done. And now I connected the sleeves to the body. So I'm now at the yoke, starting the yoke. And you know what? I think I'm in the final stretch, if you will. I might be able to finish this by, I'm thinking, the weekend. A couple of things. When I started the sleeve, I'll show you one thing that was really interesting. So I started the sleeve, and again, here I'm going with the sleeve, but I realized, thank goodness, sooner rather than later, that when I put the sleeve on, see how if I put the sleeve on, see how wide that is? It's just like, it's so big. I mean, look at that. I could fit 2 arms in here. And again, I have really skinny arms and wrists. So I decided to cast on a smaller amount of stitches. And the same thing happened here. See, this is what I started with, the body, but that is just turned out to be so wide. Again, this is when I was playing with gauge, and that's when I had to come down a couple of needle sizes. But that is huge right there. So I restarted it, and that's where I am now. And the sleeve fits perfectly. Perfectly. I was trying it on, measuring it till underneath my arm here. It fits really nicely here, and I can show you this. I don't want to pull too hard because, again, I'm in the middle of a row, but I'm putting it backwards on. See how it fits really nicely, and it comes off very, very nicely and smoothly. So yeah, I think it's going to work really nicely. And I'll give you an example again of, this is what I went to go grab, is the swatch I made for this. So this part here is with 1 strand on a US, I think 4 or 5, I don't remember. But I mean, it was painful to knit. Because it was tearing every 2 seconds. And I had to do that whole spit splicing, which kind of gets tiring. So when I decided to do it double knitting, double the strand, holding it double, I should say, I did a US 7 here. This is a washed swatch. And then I did a US 8 up here. And I think the US 8 just made the fabric look nicer. But I gotta tell you, it's a very, to some folks might be a little too itchy of a yarn, a very rustic yarn. But once it's washed, you'd be amazed. It's super soft. I mean, doesn't feel itchy whatsoever. I mean, I'll wear it with a shirt underneath, but it doesn't feel itchy whatsoever. It's just soft, and oh, the smell of this yarn is amazing. It smells like a sweet, warm sheep hug. That's what it smells like. It's just heavenly. To me, it's gorgeous. And again, because I had knit that Riddari at one point, I wore it a lot. I mean, I remember that yarn was like a workhorse. It really, really stood the test of time. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out. Again, I do love Let Lopi better because you don't have to split it. You know, if it breaks, it's a tongue twister. Splice it or water splice it. But again, they say that this held double. This Plotulopi is like a Let Lopi. And that once this washes, it usually tends to be even softer than the Let Lopi. But this is what it's looking like. Oh, and let me show you the other colors I'm going to do for the yoke. So you can see that this is going to be kind of a main theme, but I'm going to change it up a little bit in the yoke. And I'm going to do a different blue here. See this different blue? I'm going to do that blue. There's going to be some chocolate and that green that I had in the bottom with that orange. So I'm going to play with all of these colors, and then that green, forest green that I had here is going to come back in here a little bit. So that's going to be part of the yoke, just to change it up a little bit. So I cannot wait to show you the progress, or the actual finish, because this is really showing you the major progress that I've done of this sweater. It's a bummer that I can't have it done by tomorrow, but hey, I tried. Life got in the way, right? Let me show you my floats. This is these are some of the floats inside. You can see it. But I am really liking this. I can't wait. The goal is to wear these with these forest green corduroy pants I have, that I think are gonna just look really nice against this navy blue. Have this green pop out, and again, the orange just screams fall. And again, when I put the chocolate in there and the light blue, I think it'll brighten the yoke and give you some more light in the face. So, my friends, I cannot wait to show you how when it's finished. Let me see. It's curling up a tad, but yeah. So that is the latest update of my work in progress. The Riddari Fair Isle sweater with the Plotulopi Icelandic wool yarn held double. So that is all I have, my friends, for you. Again, I wanted to squeeze a last fall episode here before we dive into the holidays and Christmas. I can tell you that I will be looking forward to knitting a Christmas sweater. That's why I want to get this done as soon as possible, because I want to do a Christmas sweater for myself. The pattern, I don't know, but I'm thinking of using, what is this called, stitch fiddle, and going in there and playing around with snowflakes and creating a design for the yoke on my own. So let's see. But that's my thought process of wanting to do a customized Christmas sweater for myself. So, well, that's all I've got for you guys today. Again, hopefully if you're in the US, I wanted to wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving. To me, Thanksgiving is something that, quite frankly, I practice every day. I'm so thankful and so blessed. So let's always remind ourselves that, you know what, we are very lucky. And again, I can't thank you enough for joining me. If you've enjoyed this content, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It helps this video get out there with that YouTube algorithm. And we can get more folks to join our community here. Let me know what you're working on currently. What are your Christmas plans? Are you doing Christmas gifting? Tell me all about it in your comments, because you know how I love to read them, and I always take the time to respond. So friends, have a great one, and thanks for joining me and spending your quality time with me. See you guys. Happy making. Ciao, everyone.